Okay, now that we've developed the distance between 2 points in space, we can actually derive the equation of a sphere. A sphere is defined as a surface, and the points on the surface are all equidistant to 1 point. So they're a fixed distance to 1 point, which is the center. We call that fixed distance the radius of the sphere. So here is a sphere, a general sphere. I've called the center C, whose coordinates are ABC. And any point on the sphere we can represent with coordinates x, y, z. And the distance from any point on the sphere, on that surface, to the center is fixed. We usually call that r for radius. So that's how we define a sphere. All the points that are equidistant to one fixed point that we call the center of the sphere, and that distance is the radius. And since we know how to write the distance between 2 points, let's recall that the distance between 2 points, we developed that in the previous video. That's going to be the difference, the square root of the difference of the components of the 2 points squared, or coordinates of the 2 points squared. So it's x2 minus x1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared plus z sub 2 minus z sub 1 squared. That's the distance formula. And so we can apply it here to derive the distance, the equation of a sphere. So we're going to take the center as one of our points, a point, general point x, y, z is the other, and r is the distance between them. So we have that r will be equal to the square root of the difference between the components squared. So we'll have x minus a squared. Order doesn't really matter here because we're squaring anyway. You could do a minus x, but generally we'd write it as x minus a, plus y minus b squared plus z minus c squared. And finally, if we square both sides of this equation, we'll get x minus a squared plus y minus b squared plus z minus c squared equals r squared. And this is the general equation of a sphere centered at the point ABC. Now, one note here is that this is at ABC. This equation represents the points on the surface of the sphere, not inside, not outside, but on that surface. This is a surface. If I wanted the solid ball, everything inside of the sphere and the surface, then we would write the following. So if we want the ball and its surface, then the equation would look like this. We would still have x minus a squared, y minus b squared, plus z minus c squared. But now we want all the points whose distance to the center is less than or equal to r. And that's going to give us all of the points inside of the sphere in addition to the points on the surface. So all I needed to do was change the equal sign to a less than or equal to say I want all the points whose distance to the center is smaller than or equal to the radius. And that gives us this is a solid ball. And this is just, sphere means we're looking at the surface of the ball, as if we were going to wrap it with wrapping paper, just the surface. Okay, let's do one example that probably could come up in one of your homework assignments. We want to describe the set of points that satisfies the equation given here. And notice that we have 3 squares. So we can guess, and they're all being added, that this could be a sphere. It could probably be also an ellipsoid, which we haven't discussed yet. But we're going to try to see if we can write it in a form that looks more like this, and see if we can pick out the center and the radius of the sphere. It will be a sphere. I wouldn't have put it in this section. Okay, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to complete the square. Complete 3 squares, actually. I'm going to collect all the terms that have x's together. So I'll write x squared minus 2x. I'm going to leave a little room. The y's, I'm going to put those together. So I have y squared plus 6y. And I'm going to do the same thing with z. Z squared minus 8z equals -1. And now I just want to draw your attention to the fact that what we have up here in the equation of the sphere, notice where I'm pointing with my arrow, these are perfect squares. Those are perfect, that's a perfect square, perfect square, perfect square. So what I want to do is I want to complete the square here. I want to add something to this expression that will allow me to factor this into a perfect square. And the way that we complete the square, so to complete the square, this is back to quadratic functions. Let's suppose that I have an equation that looks like this. X squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The way that we complete the square is we take that b, the coefficient of the x, we divide it by 2, and we square it. And that's what we add instead of a c, right? That's what we add here to complete the square. And that will so if I have x squared plus bx plus b over 2 squared, that will factor into x plus b over 2, all of that squared. And you can check that by foiling this expression and seeing that we get x squared plus bx plus b over 2 squared. So that is the strategy that I'm going to use to complete the square, to figure out what our sphere looks like. I'm just going to move this down, all of that down a little bit, and we're going to complete the square for each coordinate. So here my b is a -2. I'm going to take -2 divided by 2 gives me -1, and when we square -1, I'm going to add 1. If I add a 1 here, that will complete the square. But notice that now this is an entire equation. So whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to keep this balanced. So I'm going to add a 1 to the other side of the equation also. For the second term, I'm going to do this one in green. I'm going to take that 6 divided by 2. That's 3. And when I square 3, we get a 9. So I claim that if I add 9 here, that will make this a perfect square. We'll do that in a moment. But remember, if I add 9 to one side of the equation, I have to add 9 to the other side too. So I'm going to add a 9 there too. And then for the third part, I'm going to do this one in red. I'm going to take the -8 divided by 2 gives me -4. When I square -4, I get 16. So I'm going to add 16 on this here to this expression, but I have to add it to the other side also. So let's see what we've got. For the first part, x squared minus 2x plus 1, well, that will factor into x minus 1 squared, a perfect square. You can check by foiling or by seeing that this is going to be x squared minus 2 times the first times the second gives me minus 2x, and then -1 squared is +1, so that works. The second term, the y squared plus 6y plus 9, that will factor into y plus 3 squared. You can also check that by multiplying it out. And the third one will factor into z minus 4 squared. You can check here that what we're adding is the b over 2, and the b over 2 was a -4. Great, and now on the right side we've got the ones cancel, and 16 plus 9 is 25. Now, we have this written, this looks like a sphere for sure, and we can pick out the center and we can pick out the radius and describe what this sphere actually is. So if you look back at our equation of the sphere up here, this sphere is centered at A, B, C, which means that the sphere that we have down here will have center. So this is a sphere, it's the surface, right? With center 1, -3, 4. That I get that from here, here, and here. And the radius, well, the equation of the sphere, this would be r squared. So we know that the radius will be equal to 5, since r squared is 25. So describing the set of points, this is a sphere with center 1, -3, 4, and radius 5. And we needed to complete the square to be able to figure that out.